Can your favorite shonen protagonist beat Sung Jin Woo? In this video, we're going to pit Sung Jin Woo against some of the biggest names in shonen history. And this includes Luffy, Naruto, Yuji, Midoriya, Tanjiro, and many more. But first, let's break down just how overpowered Sung Jin Woo really is. Anime onlys may find this hard to believe, but Sung Jin Woo is now the single strongest entity in his verse. To put things into perspective, the absolute being, the creator of the universe, space, and time, was overthrown by the rulers. Ashborn, the previous Shadow Monarch, was the strongest ruler and greatest fragment of brilliant light, but Sung Jin Woo has already far surpassed Ashborn. His Shadow Army has millions of disgustingly strong beings, and when he defeated Antares, the Dragon Monarch, he also added hundreds, if not thousands, of dragons to his army. Note that each dragon can wipe out Earth on its own. By the end, Sung Jin Woo is no longer a human. He's an immortal being who exists outside normal time and reality. So what do you think? Can such a character beat your favorite shonen protagonist? Guys, make sure to give this video a like and also consider subscribing to AJ Anime. We've got a lot of juicy anime content coming up which you'll definitely love. With that said, let's get started. We're going to start with straightforward victories and then move on to characters that might give Sung Jin Woo a little trouble. But make no mistake, he'll win. The first victim is Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Now, you may say that Eren isn't even that strong in the context of battle shonen, but rumbling is a world-ending threat. Eren's founding titan literally gives him control over millions and millions of wall titans. He can also endlessly spawn any of the other 8 titans depending on the enemy he's facing. But of course, he is nothing to Sung Jin Woo because Sung Jin Woo has the speed and ability to decapitate him at any given moment, regardless of how far he is from Eren. He can teleport or simply move at incomprehensible speed. When Sung Jin Woo struck Raken, the king of beasts, he did it with such speed that Raken didn't even realize it until one of his legs were cut off. The same would happen to Eren. Eren would be freed before even realizing what happened, or more like he'll be under new management because Sung Jin Woo is definitely adding the founding titan to his shadow army. The next is Komodo Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. He's a master swordsman who can see through his opponents as if they are transparent. He can perform the sun-breathing style, which means that his swordsmanship follows no fixed pattern. He can attack in any way possible. But at the end of the day, Tanjiro is just a superhuman swordsman. Sung Jin Woo's weakest soldier will be able to destroy him within seconds. Moving on to the third victim. It's Itadori Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen. He is a master of hand-to-hand combat, and he was eventually able to use both the curse technique of Sukuna and the blood manipulation of the Kamo clan. He can use a domain expansion, and let's be real, nobody locks in like our boy Yuji. I mean, during the fight against Sukuna, he landed 9 black flashes in total, and 6 of them were back-to-back. But then again, his opponent here is Sung Jin Woo. He is so outclassed that it's like comparing a baby to a hydrogen bomb. One punch or even a light tap, and it's over. Number 4 is Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. Now, Edward is a brilliant alchemist and a skilled fighter, but his abilities involve science and transmutation. Sung Jin Woo's incomprehensible speed, strength, and aura would make it impossible for Edward to even react. The number of factors that go into what makes Sung Jin Woo invincible are so many that just even thinking about it can fry your brain. Edward would be defeated before he can even clap his hands for some alchemy. Next up is Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. One for All allows Izuku to become an absolute marvel of physical strength, and he also gets other quirks from previous users of One for All. These include Black Whip, Float, Smokescream, Fajin, Gear Shift, and Danger Sense. Izuku is definitely strong, but I want you to imagine what would happen if he used Danger Sense on Sung Jin Woo. What would be his reaction if he had to face off against someone tens of thousands of times stronger than him? Sung Jin Woo would simply be able to aura diff him. The rulers have already said that Earth can't handle his power, so it won't be wrong to assume that Sung Jin Woo can solo weaker shonen main characters with aura alone. Anyways, number 6 is Gon Freaks. Now, even if Sung Jin Woo was the one who killed Kite and Gon pulled up with adult form, he still won't be able to touch Sung Jin Woo. Sung Jin Woo fought and defeated beings that could casually destroy entire worlds. Adult Gon's Nen output is equal to Meruem, but Meruem was weak enough to be defeated by nuclear radiation. At best, Adult Gon would make Sung Jin Woo want to turn him into a shadow soldier. Killua may still ask Nanika to revert Gon back to normal, but whatever. Sung Jin Woo would turn Nanika into a shadow soldier and then conquer the Dark Continent over the weekend. Alright, now we're going to step up the game. Number 7 is going to be Asta from Black Clover. He is strong, and also an interesting match because his anti-magic swords can counter magic itself. Demon Slayer's sword lets him cut magic. Demon Dweller lets him absorb and shoot magic. Demon Destroyer erases magic effects. And Demon Slasher is about anti-magic slashes. Asta doesn't have any magic of his own, but his physical stats are maxed out, and his demon form takes things even further. But here's the thing, Sung Jin Woo isn't your traditional magic user. He has actual authority over death and can bend the laws of the universe. But hypothetically, let's assume that Asta somehow cancels all of Sung Jin Woo's mana or whatever. Do note that this is a big if. The probability of this actually happening is effectively zero, but even so, let's entertain the idea. Asta cancels out not just one, but all of Sung Jin Woo's abilities. However, he still has to deal with Jin Woo's raw physical strength and incomprehensible speed. Not to mention the Shadow Army. They are all actual physical beings who were reborn as Sung Jin Woo's servants. It wouldn't make sense for Asta to cancel them, but even if he could, they'll just respawn. Ultimately, one punch worth of raw physical strength is enough to end the battle. We have Natsu Dragneel from Fairy Tail up next. As you can guess, no amount of power of friendship can help him beat Sung Jin Woo. Yes, Natsu burnt space and time in the battle against Zeref. But Sung Jin Woo outscales the entire Fairy Tail verse. The power of friendship is basically a non-factor. Even if Natsu goes all out with his end form and Fire Dragon King mode together, Sung Jin Woo could just blitz him before he could power up or eat any flames. At best, Natsu can burn some Shadow Soldiers, but how many can he burn? Can he burn 1,000 Shadow Soldiers? How about 1,000,000 Shadow Soldiers? How about 10 million? He may burn the weaker shadows, but he'll get stopped by any of the named shadows, and at that point, the stronger shadows can simply jump him and then finish him off. He won't be able to defeat Beru or Belian or the dragons while fighting the rest of the Shadow Army. I mean, imagine Sung Jin Woo's strongest dragons are like Acnologia levels of difficulty for Natsu. Though, Natsu is definitely the first character so far to actually make Sung Jin Woo put in some effort, but he's not a threat at all. Next up, we have Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. But before we talk about him and how he stacks up against Sung Jin Woo, let me tell you that if you're a fan of Attack on Titan or One Piece, we've got some exclusive merch just for you. The link is in the description box below, and you can save 10% on your order with code AJAnime50, so don't forget to check it out after the video. Now, of course, Luffy is the GOAT, but if Sung Jin Woo can beat Natsu, then Luffy stands no chance. Yes, Luffy has Toon Force powers, and his Future Sight allows him to see a few seconds into the future, but that means nothing to Sung Jin Woo. Luffy will only be able to play around with the Shadow Army for a few minutes before he runs out of gas and Gear 5 is undone. His Conqueror's Haki would do nothing either, because there is no way in hell that even the weakest Shadow Soldier yields to a Conqueror other than Sung Jin Woo himself. Ultimately, even if Luffy goes all out with Gear 5th and Advanced Conqueror's Haki, he'll be nothing in front of someone who is even faster than Kizaru and also infinitely stronger than Kaido. Plus, Sung Jin Woo can fight forever, while Luffy can only last 10 minutes in Gear 5. Here's how it would go. The battle would start, and just like with Mihawk and Marineford, Luffy would see his arm getting cut through Future Sight. But even after seeing the future, he wouldn't be fast enough to react, and Sung Jin Woo would slice him up. Number 10 is the 7th Hokage, Naruto Uzumaki. He is like Sung Jin Woo in how they both end up fighting alien gods at the end, but the scale is completely different. Naruto at his best is planetary. He can use Sage Mode to enhance everything, the 6-Path Sage Mode to fly and control all chakra natures, and the Baryon Mode to use Kurama's life force as fuel to gain what is still the greatest attack potency we've seen in Naruto. But that can only get him to the same level as the average monarch. But he also has Talk no Jutsu, an S-tier ability that continuously turns enemies into allies. Now, Naruto can use thousands of shadow clones, but Sung Jin Woo has millions of shadow soldiers, and these soldiers don't disappear after one hit. Naruto can heal, but Sung Jin Woo's regeneration is instant and doesn't need any energy. Baryon Mode has a time limit and it ends with Kurama's death, while Sung Jin Woo can fight continuously without losing stamina or energy for however long he wants. Sung Jin Woo can fight forever without getting tired, casually move faster than Baryon Mode, and tank the truth-seeking orbs. Naruto just can't win. Wait, hold on. Maybe if Naruto combines Shadow Clone Jutsu with Sexy Jutsu to create hundreds of Chaheian. Nah guys, just kidding. Sung Jin Woo won't feel anything unless it's the actual Chaheian. At number 11, we have Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. He's a Shinigami, he has Fullbring abilities, and his True Zangetsu form uses both Quincy and Hollow powers. He's basically the ultimate genetic masterpiece in the context of Bleach. He can cut dimensions, and considering how he gets stronger every time he nearly dies, he can make his way to Sung Jin Woo by first defeating all the Shadow Soldiers from weakest to strongest one by one. After all, a significant number of the millions of Shadow Soldiers can easily be defeated by Ichigo. His verse scales much higher than the Naruto or One Piece verse, and he has the power to cut through dimensions. However, let me once again put into perspective just how strong Sung Jin Woo is. In the Ragnarok sequel, Sung Jin Woo goes off to fight outer gods who are the same as the absolute being. That's right, we're talking about omnipotent beings that created countless universes since ancient times. If each of those outer gods scales to what the Soul King was in his prime, then Sung Jin Woo is up against multiple of them. Ichigo and the entire Soul Society had such a hard time against Yhwach, who couldn't even contain all of the Soul King's powers. How will he defeat Sung Jin Woo, who scales to the absolute being himself? Of course, Ichigo's final Getsuga Tensho transforms him into a Mugetsu, a transcendent being of pure black energy capable of erasing anything it touches. This could definitely give Sung Jin Woo a little trouble, but Sung Jin Woo is immortal and has instant regeneration hacks. He would find a way to counter or overcome it. And keep in mind that Sung Jin Woo also has his own domain expansion. It's called the Territory of Eternal Rest, and it is a realm over which he wields absolute dominion. It doesn't matter who. If you get trapped here, your fate is up to Sung Jin Woo. In the end, while Ichigo is one of the Soul Reapers, Sung Jin Woo is the god of death in his verse. He has complete control over the dead, he can't die, and he has millions of absurdly strong Shadow Soldiers. Ichigo could go all out and defeat a great majority of the Shadow Soldiers, but he'd lose in a battle of attrition. Finally, we have Goku. Can Sung Jin Woo beat Goku though? I'd say in terms of raw power, speed, and destructive capability, Goku is still far superior. Ultra Instinct makes him nearly impossible to hit, and his strength and combat skills are basically unrivaled in the context of battle shonen protagonists. So yes, if this were a purely physical fight, Goku would easily dominate Sung Jin Woo, but he won't be able to kill him. You see, it's never purely a physical fight with Sung Jin Woo. He is immortal and can regenerate instantly, like he's Majin Buu when it comes to taking damage, but actually unkillable. Even Hakai, which erases existence itself, wouldn't work because Jin Woo has already survived and adapted to existence erasure from the King of Dragons, Antares. Plus, Sung Jin Woo is highly strategic. He doesn't need raw power to win anyway. He could easily use a cheap trick like a deadly virus or poison to kill Goku. I mean, let's be real guys, it's pretty easy to catch Goku off guard. It happens all the time. For example, in Resurrection F, he was shot by a random fodder. Sung Jin Woo has hacks, immortality, and insane strategic prowess. He may get his ass beat by Goku, but Goku would eventually tire himself out. Remember, Goku is not Whis. He can't use Ultra Instinct indefinitely. In the end, while Goku is stronger, he won't be able to kill Jin Woo. Jin Woo, on the other hand, can kill him with a virus or a bioweapon, or even a dagger through the heart when Goku ultimately tires himself out. So what do you think? Do you agree with this scaling, or do you disagree? Can Sung Jin Woo also win against Saitama? What about Jin Mori from the God of High School? Come on, let's talk about it in the comments section down below. Of course, also subscribe to our channel AJ Anime and hit the bell icon so that you're the first to know whenever I cook up something new and exciting. Well then, I'd say, until next time guys, and don't forget to check out our exclusive merch store. See ya!